Alright, hi everyone. In this video we are going to install Android Studio. So the first step is to go to this webpage, developer.android.com/studio. You can just do a search for download Android Studio and you'll end up on this page. Here's the download button. It'll detect your operating system, so it's detecting that I've got Windows, and that's the download it's going to offer up here. Before we go ahead and do this download, I just want to scroll down this page here. Somewhere down here it shows you the system requirements. Here it is. Now we're using Windows in this class. It says that you should have 4 gigs. I don't know if 8 gigs is recommended. Now even with 8 gigs, this software is just a beast. It will suck up your computer's resources. So I don't know how this could work on 4 gigs. I have a machine that has 8 gigs on it, and it bogs down pretty good when I open Android Studio and start working with it. So I think 8 gigs is definitely the minimum. You can get by with 8 gigs, but I would actually recommend more if you can do it. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now it's going to be helpful if you have an Intel processor. Some of you might have AMD processors, and that just means we might have to jump through a few hoops once we need to set up our emulators. The emulator is what you can run your Android applications on your computer, but we'll get to that later. Alright, so let's scroll on back up here and start the download here. Now there's a lot to download and install, so this process takes quite a while. So don't freak out if you feel like it's taking too long. But anyways, we'll go ahead and start by clicking this button. And I've just read all the terms of service and I'm ready to agree. So I'll go ahead and click the download button. It's right here. And I guess I earned a badge. Anyways. So this is the first I've seen of this. Maybe they just do this to distract you from the long download. I'm just going to go ahead and dismiss this for now. And I've been waiting for a while. I paused the video, but I thought I'd just point out that Android Studio actually does come with Java installed in it. So you wouldn't necessarily have to do a separate install for Java. But in our course, we're going to be using Eclipse, and you'll want to install Java for that, or at least configure it to use the same version that Android does. But don't worry about that. We'll figure that out later. But I just wanted to point out that Android Studio does come with Java installed in it. So the download has completed. Here's the exe to install Android Studio. It's in my downloads folder. I'm just going to go ahead and double click on it to kick off the installation and wait some more. So I'll pause the video. So I've just allowed Android Studio to be installed, and this is the first thing that I see right here. I'm just going to go ahead and click next. We can just stick with the defaults here. I try and stick with the defaults whenever I install something if I can. This is going to be the location of where it gets installed to, so you might have to play around with that later. I'll hit next here. I'll hit install here and wait some more. So this will take a little while too. Okay, it says the installation completed. I'm going to click next and finish, and then we'll launch Android Studio. For this, you can just choose the default. We don't have any settings to import here, so I'm just going to leave it as is and hit OK. And it's firing up right now. This is asking me if I want to send statistics to Google. I'll just click Don't Send. And here is the welcome screen. So I'm going to go ahead and click next here, and we'll go with the standard. So click next. Like I said, I try and just follow the defaults. Now here you can choose your theme. You can choose a light theme or a dark theme. You can change this later if you want. I think I'll go with the dark one. I think that'll come through better in the videos that we make. So I'll choose that one and click next. And now it's got to, you can just go ahead and click finish here. It's going to install a whole bunch of stuff. that we're going to need to develop apps. So here's what it's going to install. You can see the JDK there, and the Android SDK is going to be installed in this folder, and all these components are going to have to be installed too, and these are fairly large too. So this will probably take a while here, but I'm going to go ahead and just click finish, and then I'll pause the video. While that's running, I just want to point out something. Once it came to install this component, I had to give it permission. So there was a pop-up window that appeared that I'm sure you've all seen. I had to permit it to install that part of Android Studio. I couldn't show you that in the recording, but I just clicked yes when it asked me if I wanted to allow that component to run. So it looks like we're done here. I'll go ahead and click finish. I'm not exactly sure that we're really finished yet. Oh, I guess we are. So here you go. Now you can go ahead and start a new Android project here. And this is where we're going to pick up in our first activity when we create a Hello World application. So